Come thrifting with me at the most overpriced Goodwill I've ever been to. They definitely knew what Lululemon was, which is fair, right? But these Lulu tanks were $20 and they didn't even have a rip tag in them. They were old styles too, and pilled. The Athleta tank was also $20, very old style, and $15 for Fabletics. You can buy it for that new. Apparently, we're locking up kids' hydro flasks and Starbucks cups now. I mean, that's new. That's a new one. We're charging $50 for shoes that they got for free, as well as $35 for baby shoes.
So I'm at Goodwill, and I know they got some steals in the back that they're not really showing us. So let's go around and check the shoes and stuff like that. You already know.
Excuse me, sir.
What?
Back here.
What?
I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. You can't be back here. If you want to shop, you'll have to go through the front.
Why don't you piss off, dude?
All right, security.
See?
Security.
But I don't care. You guys be trying to hide stuff from me and stuff. I don't care. So look, let's see what they got in here in this shoe. You got some Vans, brand new, brand new. Birkenstocks. What are these? Brand new Adidas, NMDs. Oh my God. They have UNC Air Force Ones? What year were these made? 2007? These are definitely a steal. Definitely. I'm taking these.
So we're gonna have to ask you to leave. Get. Don't come back.
This is for Goodwill, and if you're not Goodwill, go ahead and keep scrolling because I got a bone to pick with you, okay? Look at this twin bicycle. Broken. Don't even have the working pieces to it. Rusty and everything. And a whole flat tire. And it is $99.99. $100. And look at these. I understand these are New Balance, but please look at these. Y'all ain't even gonna believe how much they have these for. $20 damn. That is insane. Y'all ain't even gonna know. Look, that is outrageous. This is from Myers, the grocery store. $16 was crazy. This is the only one that's halfway acceptable. $15. But I still feel like I can get this at JCPenney's for like $10.99. Crazy. These are literally from the Dollar Tree. That's crazy. This overworn, raggedy, shrunken t-shirt, $17. $17. Insane.
Thank you. Without you and your donations, we just couldn't provide the jobs and
Y'all ain't gonna believe this one.
so many people need from us.
That is insane. Oh my God.
Reasons why you shouldn't donate to Goodwill. And I want to start by saying, yes, I'm a reseller, okay, but I'm not making this video as a reseller. I'm making this video as a mom of 5 who used to shop at Goodwill to find a deal. But sadly, that's just not the case anymore. Yes, as a reseller, I do buy items and flip them for profit on eBay, but I do pay money for the things that I sell. I'm definitely not out here getting it for free. I just think it's really sad because I'm sure whoever donated all of these Halloween animatronics, I'm sure they wanted somebody to enjoy them. But instead of someone getting to enjoy them, Goodwill got them for free and has them marked so high that nobody's going to be able to buy them. So if you're donating to help the less fortunate, don't take it to Goodwill.
Who prices this stuff? Who the hell's going to put $4 on a candle that's burnt down like that?
You know what?
Not that I want it. I'm just wondering, like...
No. Can you do me a favor? I'm going to find out who did this. And I want you to say exactly what you just said to me. To them.
Who did it?
I'll find out right now.
Okay, you do that. Here's a whole empty candle for $3.50. How are you guys going to put $4 on a candle that's a quarter full and burned and old as shit from probably a dollar store.
Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I meant to change it yesterday.
Oh, you meant to change it just yesterday?
Yeah, you
Well,
said-
I see this all the time. I mean, I come in here, you know, because I want to buy stuff and help out. And when I see half-burnt candles that are practically dust-filled, old, for $4, like, who prices this stuff? Who comes up with the prices? That's ridiculous. Don't you think that's ridiculous?
Yeah.
I think you guys need to pay better attention to what you're pricing back there, because I think that's just a complete ripoff. $4 for a burnt candle. Seriously. I need to fucking get it. Found all these Christmas plates, but I really don't want them all. And plus, they're like $4 each. 1993, 1990. So cute. Alright, let's get out of here for now. I want to finish this video with a little talking in my car. Okay, so the dude ended up coming back up to me and thanking me for saying something, and I said, well, you're welcome. I said, you know, I'm in here all the time, and I'm usually not that one to complain and say shit, but enough's enough. I said, I've been coming in here a long time, and to see prices on candles that are half burnt, dust filled, and just from a fucking dollar store marked at $3.99 or more, it's absolutely ridiculous. I said, I understand there's people that come in here and they buy and they resell, but you know, 70% of people come in here because they can't afford to go to other stores, and they can't afford to go to department stores, and they can't afford to buy brand new clothes for their kids, and you got this fucking shit price so high. Maybe not you. I said, I know there's always people above you and above them, but you guys really need to get it together back there. And you know, we ended up on a good note. You know, there's no hard feelings, but I needed to say something, and you know, he says this usually doesn't happen. I'm like, no, actually this has been happening for a long time, so you know, you can't pull the wool over my eyes. I'm too smart.
I am at Winter Garden, Goodwill, and let's go check the crazy prices. First up, a Disney cake mold is $15.99. I'm not sure what brand these jeans are. They're AMIRI, but they are $199.99. A Jacksonville Jaguar jersey is $99.99. I'm not sure what brand of sunglasses these are. You can let me know in the comments. They're $39.99. A bottle of Givenchy, I think is how you pronounce it, cologne, is $79.99. They have a black Coach wallet. It's $49.99. A Ralph Lauren women's trench coat is $49.99. A Michael Kors satchel bag is $199.99. A big Cessna remote-controlled plane is $159.99. I'm assuming this bracelet is probably gold. If not, it's $89.99 anyways. And this necklace is $59.99.
So I'm at Goodwill right now, and I found these really perfect shirts, and they're really cute. But they are priced at $7.99. So I found another price tag on them that was $4. So I asked the lady if she could take it down to the $4 price, since that's what someone told them it. And instead they're doing like double the price. And they said absolutely not.
I just left the thrift store and I realized I've been priced out of Goodwill. I've been priced out of the thrift store. It's actually cheaper for me to go to like literally any department store clearance section than it is to go to Goodwill at this point. That's crazy. I saw pants in there for like $40. That's insane. I just bought a pair of jeans at Target for like $6 on clearance, and I just saw the same pair of jeans there for $20. What? No. No.
Please let me know if this has happened to anybody else at a Goodwill, or like if they're allowed to do this. I popped into a Goodwill today to try to find some wall art because I'm trying to make a gallery wall in my new place. And when I was looking at the art, they wheeled out a cart with a bunch of new stuff. And in the cart, they had a Lululemon belt bag. Nothing special, just like a pink one that was like mildly used. And I knew my mom wanted one, so I was like, oh great, this is a great opportunity to get one. It's in great condition, whatever. So I picked it up. It had like a $5.99 price tag. I was like, okay, yeah, I can do that. And when I got to the register, the lady at the register looked at it and said, oh, I gotta reprice this. And before I could even ask, she like ran to the back. And I was like, okay, maybe it's a couple dollars off, whatever. But weird, because it has a price tag. It's not like it didn't have a price tag and it needed to be repriced. She comes back after like 5 minutes and repriced the belt bag at like $21.99. Which for context, a regular new belt bag is like $25 nowadays. So I was like, what? Like, why did you do that? So then I was like, okay, actually, I don't really want that because I'm not going to pay $20 for this used Lululemon belt bag that you just changed the price of in front of me. And I'm all about helping and like rounding up every time I go to Goodwill and all these different things or any thrift store. But like, that's insane. So I decided to ask her, like, why did you do that? Like, I don't really understand. Like, why did the price change? And she goes, oh, the pricing team doesn't know brands. So I'm encouraged to change the price at the checkout if it's a reputable brand. And I was like, that's kind of odd considering it had a price already. And I feel like that you're not supposed to do that. But I was like, I'm not going to fight on this. She was like, you can talk to my supervisor if you want. I was like, I don't have the energy to put into this belt bag. If somebody wants to buy it for $20, like whatever, but that's actually insane. And then I walked away from the register, bought my stuff, whatever. Then I watched her like hand it off to another employee and they were like talking and like excited about it. And then she took it to the back office, like this other employee. Like didn't put it back out, just like looked at it, examined it, and then took it to the back office to like keep, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it was a way to get me not to buy it because she really wanted a belt bag. I don't really know. But the principle of it is kind of crazy that they can just change the price at the register because it's a quote-unquote reputable brand and the pricing team already had priced it at $5.99. I've heard about issues with pricing at Goodwill and such, but like this was a first that they changed the price at the register like that. I don't know. It's a sign that I just need to stick to my local thrift stores like I've been trying to. But yeah, let me know if that's ever happened to anybody because that was really weird.
If anyone knows the CEO of Goodwill, can you tag him or send him this video? Why the fuck is all your shit in Goodwill so expensive now? I go into Goodwill trying to save money, trying to thrift. The fact that now that a basic t-shirt that someone could have bought from Walmart clearance rack is $5 is a problem. That is a problem. I went over to the jacket aisle and I see this Nike windbreaker. First of all, the material was so thin that not an ounce of wind would have been stopped, but that's a Nike problem, not a Goodwill problem. Let me refocus. But I look at the price tag of this Nike windbreaker, $15. It wasn't new. It actually had a stain by the bottom of the jacket. $15 for a basic Nike windbreaker at Goodwill. Now, mind you, Goodwill is not paying anyone to donate this stuff. Goodwill gets all this stuff for free. So why are prices skyrocketing in Goodwill? The whole idea behind Goodwill is to do good onto people so that they can get a minor break in the economy. And now y'all want to price everything $5 or more. I know there's some stuff in there that's still reasonable, but if I go to Goodwill and I'm looking just for a basic top, I shouldn't have to pay at least $5. I shouldn't have to pay $15 for a Nike windbreaker at a charity organization. I've been going to my local thrift stores because at least they're reasonable. Shit, what has happened to Goodwill? Like, can we not get a break somewhere?
I need someone at Goodwill to come to the front of the class because I have lots of questions. Now, we grew up pretty poor and we used to thrift a lot because that's the only way we could get things. Go to yard sales, consignment stores. We used to go to Goodwill. But why all of a sudden are Goodwill prices competitive to other retail stores where they're getting all this for free? This is obviously a used bird cage. It's $40. Now, that's on the PetSmart website for $50, and you can probably find a coupon for it. Brand new. Because why is this $12.99? These standing lamps. Because the same lamp, same brand, everything is at Walmart for $9.87. This aquaculture fish tank, $45 at Walmart. Everything included. $39.99 here. Only the aquarium and light. None of this other stuff included. Turn dial stained up crock pots. $30. $29.99. This is used. $8. Used Tresemme. $8. You can get the 2-pack with the shampoo and conditioner for $12 at Walmart. Those little Walmart Christmas candles that they have for about $5, $7.99. Maybe it's me, maybe it's my store. Are they donating all this extra money? I just need to know what the plan is because I don't understand. Okay, bye.
How many of you guys grew up with Goodwill? I know I did. And I grew up with Goodwill prices. We came to Goodwill because we didn't have a lot of money to go and spend on brand new clothes, you know, so we come to the secondhand store to find just good quality of clothes, you know, maybe lightly used. That way we can still look good too. So it doesn't make any sense why we even have a secondhand store if you're just going to put full prices on things. I mean, look at this skirt. Almost, or it's $14 for this ugly skirt. You serious? Look at these prices. Look at that. Look, $17. It's a hoodie jacket. That was free, and you're reselling it back to me for almost $20. We are all struggling. We're all struggling, and Goodwill is supposed to be a place so we can come and get secondhand things so we don't have to spend as much money because we can't afford it. And they're making so much money off of our back, off of clothes that have been donated. Okay, they are... I don't even know what the percent margin is and how much money they're making off of free clothes that they're reselling back to the public. This should be illegal how much they are freaking charging people. Don't shop at Goodwill. They're stealing your money.
Y'all, the Goodwill in my town has lost their ever-loving mind with these prices. What do you mean $450? You got it for free. Yep, $75 for a rusty, dusty, crusty sink bowl. Yep, just the bowl. How much? $15 for this? Maybe? Nope, you're wrong. $45 for this rusty tetanus hazard. $25. What is this? We do not live in the 40s. $25 for just one of those. Yep, crusty, dusty rug, $40.
Hey Goodwill, do you realize that this is absolute robbery, selling a dress for $46 that was originally sold for $17? Everyone's been talking about Goodwill's prices being absolutely out of hand, and they're so right, and this is proof of that.
Riddle me this. Riddle me this. I am at Goodwill, and this is the stuff. Sorry, I'm trying to set my phone up. I'm failing. This is the stuff that just irks me to my core, okay? So I'm looking at the bags. I'm looking at the purses. And there's this cutie little Sherpa bag. Adorable. I love it, okay? So it's brand new from Target. My Goodwill gets stuff from Target, like brand new stuff. I don't know if it's like returns, overstock, or whatever. But this is $9.99. It says commercial salvage. That means I got it from Goodwill. Or sorry, that means I got it from Target. This is the thing. $9.99. Look at this. Fucking look at this. This purse was $20 and they marked it down for clearance for $6 at Target. Goodwill selling it for $10. Make that make sense. Make it make sense. Why do they do that? Just sell it to me for the $6. I don't get it. She's going back. She is going back. Just when I thought Goodwill could possibly not get any worse, they did. Let me show you what I found. So I'm walking down this like craft aisle, knick-knack, tchotchkes little aisle. Y'all, be fucking for real. Be fucking for real. A jar of rocks. A jar of motherfucking rocks. No. But wait, there's more. There's more. There is more. What? Like, did someone literally clear out their fish tank and they thought, you know what? We can fucking sell that. We can fucking sell that. Better yet, let's mix them together. Oh my god. No. This is a troll. This is a troll, right? Am I being punked? Ashton. Where are you at, Ashton? Last one. Junk in a jar. I call this junk in a jar. $9.99. $9.99.
I know I am not the only one who gets irrationally mad at Goodwill when they ask to round up at the end when you're paying. Like, no, you're already overcharging me for everything in here. You get this stuff for free. I shouldn't even be shopping in here right now. But, no, I don't want to round up. This lady that was checking out in front of me just now, at the end, the Goodwill worker didn't ask her, do you want to round up? She said, will you round up the price for me? I'm just like, why would anybody do that? Why would anyone do that? I don't know.
Goodwill has become so greedy that they take donations, put them behind the counter on racks where people can't even see them or look through them, and then they price stuff insanely high. This item right here is priced at $164.99. What do you have to say? Who's the problem here?
Goodwill is performing highway robbery. I just went in there to browse. I used to love thrifting. I just went in there to browse. Tell me why they had Nikes in there. Nike Air Forces. for $69.99. $69.99. Then there's a pair of Vans in my husband's size. I was like, oh, cool. Grabbed them. $39.99. $39.99. You get this stuff for free that is a donation. And you guys are charging prices like the regular stores? Astronomical. Astronomical. And, like, there was a Burton backpack up by the front. I was like, oh, cute. A used Burton backpack. $35.99. And not just, like, I want you guys to know I'm not lying. I'm not tripping. I think I just got a good deal on these. Hopefully I just got a good deal on these. My husband wanted some Levi's 501s. I think they run about $60. Found them brand new with a tag. So thank goodness. But, so you guys know I'm not tripping. $24.99 for a pair of jeans that was donated. Does anybody else miss the Goodwill days when you would go and you could get shirts for $1 and pants for $5? $24.99. I was like, oh, these Nike shoes are cute. I'm gonna look at these. $69 for shoes that were donated to the Goodwill.
I've said it once, I'll say it 100 times. Goodwill is outside of their ever-loving minds with their prices. I just went into this Goodwill, a brand new Goodwill. Y'all want to know what the price tag on a dining room set was? Now, I'm not trying to buy it. I just saw it and I was like, oh, I wonder how much it is. $499. $499 for a table that you got for free? There was a couch, not even a full-size couch, okay? Like almost like a love seat. $399. Why don't we just boycott? Why don't we just stop going there? Because that is ridiculous.
All these replica shoes up here. Look at the price on them. $189. Shelbyville Goodwill. $69. $189. $135. What the fuck, Goodwill? I gotta be honest, that right there makes me never want to spend another penny there ever again. And I don't know if I've ever told y'all this or not, but I dropped my 13-year-old off there one day. He wanted to go check and see if he could find anything vintage. Dropped him off. He was 9 cents short. While I ran to Dunkin' and came back, they made him wait in line for that 9 cents to be brought to the store. And all them times that they asked me to round up, and I have, but they couldn't get him on his 9 cents, that put the worst taste in my mouth, I'm telling you. But this was the straw that broke the camel's back. Like, Goodwill, do better.
Goodwill, you're selling used shorts for $14.99. Shopping at a Goodwill is like shopping at Ross or Marshall's, only the stuff is old and used. Everybody please tag Goodwill below. Goodwill, you're gonna go out of business. This is ridiculous.
Does your Goodwill have a boutique rack? Mine has this rack where they put anything that's new with tags, pretty much. Like these Harley pants were $49.99. But as for the rest of it, it's like the most random stuff. Like Maurice's jeggings were $10. These JCPenney's pants were $15. This sequin dress, $10. Kenneth Cole for $15. This, I don't even know. Usually it's just whatever's new with tags or whatever like the people in the back think is worth something. And then the stuff that's actually worth something is definitely not. Like Forever 21 for $15. You could just go buy it new for that. Or like old bridesmaids dresses that no one's gonna buy.
We want to have the discussion about greedy corporations. Goodwill should literally be at the top of our list because why are they charging $6.99 for a used Starbucks plastic cup? Their pricing is getting ridiculous and really sad because there are many families in America that go to thrift stores like Goodwill because they cannot afford new items for their family. And now Goodwill is charging $5 for used toddler pants. The other day I go in there, I see this small plastic container of Legos. $40. I could go into Walmart today and buy my son brand new Legos and that container have more Legos than the Goodwill one and I will spend less than $40. I was in there one day. I was looking at like pajama pants for my dad. He's taller, so it can be hard to find pants long enough for him. I found these pants. They looked long enough for him, but because they were Under Armour, Goodwill was asking $15 for them.
If we want to have discussions about greedy corporations, Goodwill has got to be at the top of our list because this corporation, part of their mission statement is helping communities. Goodwill pricing items like a used plastic coffee cup at $7 and pricing toddler pants at $5 and men's pants at $15 that are used is not helping any community. I have been told that a homeless person can go into a Goodwill just asking for a blanket and Goodwill refuses to give them a blanket. And all this stuff is free to them. It's all donated. A family that has experienced a fire can go in there and ask for one outfit per family member and Goodwill will refuse to give them an outfit. I can't with this company anymore.
This is from Walmart, right? It was originally $19. It went on sale $11, $3, but Goodwill is selling it for $6. This is the stuff I'm talking about. This is why am I here right now? This is why I don't like Goodwill.
Let's talk about the number one scam. The number one scammers. That would be Goodwill. Goodwill is the number one scammer. Okay? They do more scams than anybody I know. Just left Goodwill. Okay, we only went there because my mom saw a chair in there sometime, I think earlier this week. She didn't get it when she saw it. Don't know why. She wanted to go back and see if they had if they still had the chair. I'm trying to think about my earrings. I know this is off topic, but they're so cute. My bestie bought me these. Thank you, bestie. But anyways, oh look, let me show you. Okay, they're cute. But anyways, so she wanted to go get the chair, so we went in there. And then also, I sold some clothes to Once Upon a Child maybe a couple weeks ago, and I still had a couple left that they didn't take. So I was like, well, let me just drop these off at the Goodwill because ain't nothing else I can do with these clothes. I need to get rid of them so they can get out of my house. So anyways, we go in there, look for the chair. Chair not there. I already knew the chair wasn't gonna be there because she should have got it when she saw it. I am going through the store. I saw 2 nice chairs in there. They had actually 4 nice chairs in there, like single living room chairs. 2 with the high back on it, and then 2, other ones that were different pattern or whatnot. Really nice chairs. The chair itself, the single chair, the ones that I saw, that the first 2 were they already sold. The second 2 had not been sold, but they were $50 each. And that annoyed me because, granted, this chair will be more than $50, but however, you got this chair for free. You got it for free, so why I gotta pay $50 for it? This chair should be $20. The chair should be no more than $30, right? Right? You want me to pay $50 for a chair you got for free? Alright, so never mind that. Alright, $50 even for the chair. I'm like, alright, it's a nice chair. I probably would still pay $50 for it. If somebody sold this to me from their house or whatnot, I'd have paid $50 for it. But whatever. Okay. So then we were looking around the store. We're looking at some other stuff. They had 2 new games in there, right? So like, board games. I can't think of the name of the game. What was the name of that game? Anyways, I can't think of it. But 2 of the games they had in there were brand new, still in the wrapping and everything. They wanted $9.99 for the game. $9.99. I might as well go get the game from the store, from Walmart. If y'all gonna charge me $9.99 for it, I'd probably get it for about $4 more from Walmart. Maybe. Or it might cost $9.99 at Walmart. But why do I need to pay almost full price for something you got for free? Why is that, Goodwill? Why is that? Huh? I bought 2 pairs of pants and a skirt. Cost me $18. 2 pairs of pants and a skirt just cost me $18. Now, if I go to Ross and get 2 pairs of pants and a skirt, that might run me about $18 as well. But it's brand new from Ross. I just bought secondhand clothes. I didn't even look at how much pants were because, again, this is Goodwill. I never really look at the prices because it's Goodwill, right? Their prices used to be low. How is it that Goodwill, the prices are going up at Goodwill? You know, inflation is a thing. I know that. And for some of these other stores, right, they're having to pay to get the goods in-house. Y'all don't pay a dime to get the stuff in-house. Everything is free. People just drop their stuff off and you get it for free. I drop stuff off. This is another thing. How come if I make a donation, do I not get a credit? I should be able to get a credit. Why does Goodwill not do that? Where if you make a donation, you get a credit so that you can go in and buy more stuff. I make a donation and still gotta pay for more stuff. What the hell? Like, Goodwill is the scammiest of all scammy places. My mama just bought some jean shorts in there. $9.99. $9.99. Yes, I'm complaining because a lot of people do like to go thrifting. I like to go thrifting because sometimes you can find some really nice stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? Some really nice stuff. And it's all for the low because it's secondhand. It's hand-me-down stuff. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's really nice or taken care of or whatever, it's secondhand stuff. So I should not be paying close to retail price. You know, I should not be paying. I don't want to pay more than $5, $6, $7 for stuff. You know what I'm saying? From Goodwill. I don't want to pay more than that. There's no reason I should pay $18 for 2 pairs of pants. They're not jeans either. 2 pairs of pants on a skirt. When she said 18, and I bought a jump rope. My daughter wanted a jump rope. It was $1.99. The jump rope shouldn't have been $1.99 either. There was a time where that jump rope would have been 59 cents. Like, why are we not back at these prices? Can we go back to 2005? Can we go back to 1999 prices? Can we go back, you know, to any of the early 2000s prices? I would love to go back there. You know what I'm saying? As a millennial who have seen the ebbs and flows and the waves of, you know, the economy, to where things were inexpensive. You could get an apartment for $4.99, for $4.80, $4.70, $4.60, $500, somewhere around that price. You know, a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. To now 1 bedrooms, or some of y'all are paying $1,300, $1,400 or more for a 1 bedroom apartment. Like, can we go back? And can Goodwill stop scamming us? Alright? At this point, we need to boycott Goodwill. Boycott them into lowering their prices, because this is insane. Y'all get shit for free and then you charging us, you know, retail price for it. That's insane. That's raggedy. Y'all have raggedy business practices, and I think I'm gonna stop shopping there, because I can't pay these prices. I might as well go to a store and pay full price. You know what I'm saying? Them $9.99 shorts, she probably could have got them from Old Navy. You know, when Old Navy be having their little sales or wherever, she could have went and got them from Ross as well for $9.99. But to pay that price from a thrift store is crazy. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. Let's boycott them. All right? Bye.